Hola Queens, it's your girl Queen T here, also known as your favorite and only fiance coach. If you're new to my channel or my podcast, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Show me some love. Welcome to the family. All right, so today I felt like I should do an episode to kind of like reintroduce myself. We have a couple of new people that have no idea who I am, where I came from. You're probably thinking that I just showed up yesterday, but nope, I have a story, and I believe that my story needs to be told in order for you to be able to identify why this would be a good platform for you to get involved with. How this could be a place where you can find healing, how this can be a place where you can find your happy place, how this can be a place where you can get confirmation and confidence in things that you've been struggling with. All right, so I call myself Queen T, but my name is Tarjay. You can follow me on IG at @TheRealTarjay_. I'm also on Twitter. I am an author, a blogger, a vlogger. I am a co-founder of a women's ministry. I am a founder of it. This can just go on and on and on. Okay, so my story, what makes me qualified to be here, what makes me qualified to be a fiance coach. That's really what I want to get to. So, almost, oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to say almost 10 years ago. It's real, almost 10 years ago. Almost 10 years ago, I got engaged for the first time, and I was fresh out of college, and I thought that I had arrived and everything in life was aligning for me. I had found the man that I thought I was going to marry, and I said yes to my first ring. Now, you're probably like, what do you mean your first ring? I've been engaged actually 4 times in my life. 3 of them were failed engagements. I'm now married to my king, which I call my husband, and it was just a roller coaster to get here. I did not have that Romeo and Juliet story. I did not have that two-parent household. I am a believer of Christ. However, I did not grow up in the church. It just was a struggle, okay? And I'm definitely not saying that, struggle love to get to what you need, but I'm really recording this to get in touch with the women who have been through some hurtful situations, who have wasted their time in relationships and situationships, for way too long. And you end up getting out of those relationships and you don't even recognize yourself. You feel broken. You feel like you don't even know what what life is worth living for. You just feel purposeless. You feel worthless. You feel loveless. You are left not even knowing who you were when you walked into whatever situation you just got out of. That was me. Not only did my first engagement not work, I wasn't in a place with Christ that I should have been. So I was lost. I was broken. I have struggled with suicidal thoughts. It was just so much. I got into my second engagement about a year and a half later with someone else. And let me see. I'm trying to do this. No. I'm jumping too soon, y'all. 3 years later, almost 3 years later, with someone else, and I really thought that this was going to be the one. I was in church. I was the leader of a young adults ministry. I was in church every Sunday. I was tithing. I was doing everything right. All right. I went to college. I got the good grades. I went to grad school. I got more good grades. Made cum laude. And I just was like, okay, I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now. And I just wasn't, y'all. Like, I just wasn't. I was doing things that I wasn't comfortable with doing because I was trying to get to a result. The result was marriage. I was trying to get there, but I was sacrificing something in the meantime. What do I mean when I say that? I was living with my ex before we were engaged, before we were married. I was having sex with him, even though I knew I felt uncomfortable about it. And I had this pull that like I shouldn't be doing it, but I still was doing it. But then I was going to church, showing up, happy holy girl and, covering my dirt in the night, thinking, okay, I love this man. This is going to be the man for me. The last guy, things didn't work out, but I know that this is my time. Ladies, when I tell y'all that was a big mistake, it was just, wow, a slap in the face. So not only did that not work, I got out of that marriage. I realized I wanted nothing to do with that person because they actually faked their way into my life by pretending that they were someone that they weren't. I won't go too deep into it because I mentioned that I'm an author. So I would like for you to end up purchasing the book to, go a little bit more in depth. I'm telling you, it's juicy. There is a lot to it and it will keep you on the edge of your seat. The third engagement was way too soon. I know it was way too soon. I can honestly say to this day, I think I put it in my book as well, y'all, that I believe that my third fiance, that he was a rebound for me. And as much as I loved him and I wanted to make things work, we were from two different sides of the world, okay? Like we both believed in Christ, but he just came from a culture and a heritage that I just didn't understand. And it wasn't that I wasn't trying to understand it. I was trying to understand it. It was just that I could just tell that it wasn't a fit for me. Like I felt like I couldn't be myself. And the thing is, when you get married and when you're committing to someone, you still have to hold on to a part of yourself, your own identity. You shouldn't feel like you have to assimilate and then there's no uniqueness of you left. And that's pretty much how I was feeling in that marriage. And there were some questionable things going on with that person's, like citizenship, some things that they just weren't clear about. And to me, it just didn't feel right. There was just something in me that I just couldn't go forward with it. So I decided to let go of that relationship, and it hurt that person really bad. And it was like there was something to me. I could not be with this person until I dealt with the real issues of Queen T. This is before I even called myself Queen T. I had to deal with some real issues that were going on within me. So when I got out of that relationship, that engagement, I decided that I was going to spend at least 6 months. It started with 6 months not dating anyone. And not only was I not going to date anyone, I was on this, I'm not calling any exes from my past. I'm not dealing with nobody from my past. I'm done. Like I told God, like I'm putting the book away. I'm not calling up any of the rebounds that helped me get my flow back and make me feel good again. I was done. Like literally, I took on a vow of celibacy, and I vowed to God that the next person that I was going to seriously date would be my husband. And the next person that I was going to be engaged to was going to be my husband. It just didn't make sense. I was telling myself that marriage wasn't for me. I was telling myself that it must be something wrong with me. Like, what am I doing? Like, I realized from my first engagement how immature I was to how I became so mature. I felt like I became so mature, but really I was doing the same thing. I was doing things that I was uncomfortable with. I was doing it the easy way. I was doing it the way they wanted to do it. I wasn't comfortable in my own lane, and that was the problem. So I started with 6 months, and let me tell you, when 6 months ended, I tried to start dating again. I went on 1, maybe 2 dates, and these were, I'm not gonna lie, these were some amazing men, but I wasn't feeling it. And I started to get really frustrated with God. I started to get really, really frustrated with God. Like, I don't understand. I wasn't dating anybody. This is new for me. Not only was I not dating anybody, I wasn't even looking to have sex. I wasn't even looking to do the M stuff. If you don't know what the M stuff is, God bless your heart. But it was just like, it was a clean process. Like, how am I like not attracting like somebody that's on the same wavelength as me? And I started to get into a depression. And that's when my life coach, I was working with her at the time. And don't even think like in the beginning that she was the one who told me to go on this hiatus. Like, I didn't even get a life coach until I was 9 months in. I hit 6 months. I tried to start dating again. 3 months, I couldn't get it right. So then I hired a life coach. And my dating coach, life coach, whatever you want to call her, she had said like, oh, you're in the dry season. And I like rolled my eyes at her. I wanted to get a refund. I wanted to be like, girl, duh. Like, it was like, duh. What are you telling me this for? I know that. That's why I hired you. And she had given me like all these tasks to do, and I just didn't understand what any of it was doing. Now, in this time, y'all, I wasn't just sitting around like, God, just give me a husband, just give me a husband. I had a women's ministry. That I was running with my best friend, and we were committed to that. And not only that, I was writing my book. For a majority of this year, and I launched it that same year. So it's not like I was sitting around just saying like, God, send me a husband, send me a husband, send me a husband. I was working. So it wasn't making sense to me. So you can wonder why I was saying like, God, like marriage just might not be for me. Like, you know, there aren't many women in my family who are married. Maybe my grandmother and my grandfather were the last of a like dying trend, like, because marriage just wasn't happening. My parents were together for over a decade. They never got married. You know, they were common law married based on the state that we were in. It just didn't make sense to me. So I was convinced that marriage wasn't for me. But let me tell you, as time went on, I don't know, something just clicked. Like my, what birthday was it? I don't remember, like my 28th, 29th birthday or something like that. I just started to feel myself, y'all. I don't know what it was. And suddenly I was like coordinating like these gatherings for like me and my cousins. I have a whole lot of cousins that are in my age range, you know, getting us together, and we would all like link up in like different cities and stuff like that and hang out. And when I would go out, men would be it was like, where were these men? You know, like, did I have to travel to go find them? And you know, it just came out of nowhere. I hit up my life coach. I said, I don't know what happened. I said, I got several guys that I'm talking to right now, and I don't know what to do with them. And she was trying to get me to be okay with dating multiple people at one time, because now we'll get back to that, because you're just talking to them. You're not in a relationship. I get what she's saying. And I actually, you know, I've grown to appreciate it now, but I was in this place of, no, I'm a one man type of woman. Like, I just want one man, one good man. And I don't know where these men came from, but suddenly I started feeling myself. There was this confidence in me that just came out of nowhere, and boom, it just started coming to me. Like, and then these men just kept telling me like I was their wife, and I'm like, I'm not your wife, boo. Back up off me. You know, it was just like I was able to cut these dudes off from left to right. I don't know where this woman came from. So it was just really crazy. And this was like after my book, you know, so I felt like, oh, like God is rewarding me because I finished my book, yay me. But no, like it was literally a change in mindset. I think I had gotten to this place that I'm not gonna choose the decision to just wait to enjoy life when someone comes. I'm gonna enjoy life right now. You know, like the prior year, I had the opportunity to get me and my cousins together, but I sat on it. You know, I was like, I'm not dating. I'm just focused on my ministry. I'm just focused on my book. I'm just doing this. But the moment that I decided I'm going to enjoy life, I'm going to love on me. I still was team celibacy. Don't get that wrong. And yeah, it just started being crazy. And let me tell you, I heard a lot of crazy things from people about my choice to practice celibacy. Now, what I thought I was practicing celibacy to attract a husband, but that's not what I was practicing celibacy for at all. I actually was practicing celibacy because it was about me. It was about growing a love in myself and growing a relationship with Christ that I never had in my life. Being able to feel and hear the Spirit in a way that I never could in that first engagement, even the second engagement when I was in the church and leading the young adults ministry, I couldn't feel it. You know, I can even say sometimes I think that I was just saying that I felt it because I thought I did, but that wasn't it. You know, but spending that year and some change with God, it was literally like a good 16 months. 16 months, and then boom, suddenly I met my now husband. Okay, like, and let me tell you, I don't know what it was about him, but it was just it was something. There was something there. There was definitely something there where I remember the first time I even got on the phone with him. It was something in his voice. I don't know. I had the feeling, but I can't say I knew because you never really know. But I had this feeling, you know, I'll remind you, there were several other guys that had come along, and there was some guys I was dating when my husband came. You know, like my life coach said, they just guys that you just met. Hey, feel them out. But there were guys trying to take me on extravagant dates and all this other stuff. And then there was my husband who was just like dragging his feet. And I'm just like, boy, if you don't take me out, because you need to realize that it's something about you and I need to feel it. So, but no, I'm kidding. That's not what I said. But our first date actually ended up being a very different date. And that was also something else. You know, like we went to the bookstore together and it was just different. But I will say that had I not gone through the roller coaster of those 3 engagements and spent that time alone with God, gotten angry with God, can I be honest with you? I got real angry with God. I felt like, God, you ain't on my time. Some of us feel like that sometimes. We start to feel like, I'm doing everything right. Can you make things come now? Like, I need suddenness, sudden action. And we get really angry with God, and he still don't do nothing. So then you be like, dang, like my anger didn't even move him. Like, it really is about timing. And I will say that I was so appreciative for that year that I spent by myself. I can say that now, but in that year when my life coach told me I was in the dry season, I was cutting my eye up at her. Thank God, we wasn't on Zoom or Skype. We was on the phone because I was just like, is she serious? Like, just give me a refund. But no, I love you, Emily, if you're watching this video. That's my life coach, y'all. We have a very good bond. And yeah, she coached me even throughout my season of dating my husband, my season of engagement, and now I'm her wife. So that's my story. Engaged 4 times, 3 failed engagements, a host of toxic relationships and situationships. It wasn't just the engagements, y'all. Like, I was in some like short-term situationships that was just messy, like real messy. But again, I would love for you to hear the details of the story, but the best place to hear the story and get it for yourself would be by purchasing it on Amazon. My story is called 3 Rings and a Promise. It is encouragement for women who are trying to heal from brokenness, okay? All right, so that's my time, ladies. Thank you for tuning in. If you feel in this video, if you have some comments, some feedback, feel free to leave a comment. You can even email me at queentprod, P-R-O-D, @gmail.com. Or you can hit me up on IG and Twitter at @therealtarjay_. Be sure to share this video with your friends, your girlfriends, or any family members that you feel as though that this will resonate with and can help push them to the next level, okay? I love y'all. God bless y'all. And this is Queen T connecting you to your true wife goals. Let's roll. Love y'all.